Alright, so now that we've taken a look at all the mobs except for the wither and as well as the wither skeletons, because that's going to be in another video which will explain a lot of the other items that I'm going to have to show you guys, that this video is going to show you the items that what I could possibly explain. Meaning that I don't know how to do everything, so I'm going to have to make other videos trying to explain the other things as well. That I am no expert when it comes to Minecraft. Mainly the redstone and as well as the hoppers, because I've been getting some difficult time with the hoppers as well. I've been reading up on the hoppers, but it's just, I'm going to try my best to explain how it works. But for now, this is what I got to show. That this is the clay blocks right here. That you have the hardened clay. All you have to do is put some clay in the furnace to get some hardened clay. Like the block itself, because if you go over here, that's hardened clay created by smelting clay in the furnace. Simple as that. Just make sure you don't make the bricks, because otherwise then, yeah, there's no going back from there. And then redstone clay is that it's colorful blocks crafted by dyeing hardened clay. That you have to use a crafting table or enough to do that. So we go to the crafting table, we're going to have to set that down right here. That from there, that you get to go about just to the decoration side. Then you see that there's the stained clays. You just need 8 hardened clay and then a dye, then there you go. Respectively, you get 8 blocks to do whatever you want to do with it. Now on the crafting menu, you got all these sorts of new things like the trapped chest, which would be a chest with a tripwire hook. It's pretty neat because it actually gives a little bit of a redstone mechanic as well, just for at least one block, but that's it. Just whatever you want to do with that. Then let me see if there's anything else that we need to do here. I don't think so. Just trying to remember everything that has to do with this. Nope. Okay. So with the armor, I believe you could only get it from either trading villagers. I don't think that's possible, but it may be a deal. Or you find them in a chest, because I have no idea where to actually find the armor for the horses. I just can't find it anywhere here. So yeah, good to know, right? So let me go ahead and check out these items, see if there's anything new over here. Just all these good items. Just, I know that there is a lead, which is pretty much like a leash, that you just need 4 string and a sticky or little slime ball. So at least slimes have more usefulness from there. And also the spiders. So we could use that to actually lure the animals instead of actually using food to do so. So let me go ahead and show you guys if there's a cow nearby, and luckily there's a cow nearby. So you don't even need to use wheat anymore. All you have to do is just get some lead and then it'll follow you. So one of the things is that if you're going to have a cow or any other animals follow you, be careful when you're actually going near lava, because at times it may fall. But at least for now, if you were to do just by with a straight path, it'll be fine. But if you are adventurous, that you just want to jump over the lava, it's not gonna work. Yeah. Don't do that, guys. That's the PSA moment. Just don't do it. You even saw the cow trying to actually go away from the lava, but since you're holding it on a leash, you're dragging it. So be careful with that. I don't think you could actually drag any zombies or anything like that. Nope, you can't drag anything. Just drag the other animals, so that could work with you as well. And I don't think this one's tame, so that's why it's trying to fight me. Okay, release. There you go. And it's nighttime, so I need to make it a daytime. What's up? You're a mule, right? Or are you I don't know. I think you're a mule. I know that they have different colors, like donkey, the horses, and the mules. They all have different colors. But it's fine, it's fine. All the mobs are burning alive. So that's what we got for the the clay blocks right here. Then of course you got your fireworks, which is really a doozy. Just mainly that you have to go over here to create a firework. It has paper and gunpowder, and then you have a firework star, which you could create and do different methods with that. And there's a lot of combinations, which I don't know, that I'm gonna have to make a separate video for that one, explaining all the different combinations as well. But for now, you got your firework star. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to make a fireworks star, I guess. It's just, I don't know if it's going to actually work this time, but it didn't work last time. So you just need gunpowder and some red dye. Go over here with the fireworks, redstone star. Then you have your crafting table, so you could set up however you want to do it. This is like the PC version where you're going to have to create your own, and there's no hand for you to hold on this one. Yeah. So difficult. And one of the things is that they actually updated the maps where it's empty, and in order enough to use it, you have to actually press LT, and then it'll create a map, and then from there you can actually look around. So that's kind of a neat feature. Just It's weird, but it works. Now, so what we got here is that we got the fireworks. So I'm going to show you guys the fireworks. And here's the thing is that you can't really see it if you're on the ground per se. It's just kind of hard to look at. It's better to look at it from a distance, but it goes so high up that you can barely see it. And I don't know if this is a little bit of a graphical glitch, but if you were to place it under a roof, then it'll actually go through the roof, but you'll get to still see the fireworks. So if they have to fix that, then they're going to have to fix that. So what we got here is firework rocket with burst, red, fade to orange, duration, flight 2. So let's fire it up and you get to see it from there. Looks pretty. Then you got yourself a firework rocket, duration 3, burst, magenta, fade to blue, twinkle. Oh, wrong one. Okay. There you go. Very pretty. I love the sound effects. I cannot get enough of the sound effects. Okay, so we got star shape, yellow, faded orange, trail with flight duration 2. And boop. That is the prettiest of them all. Very dimensional, if that's even a word. Okay, duration 2, creeper shaped green. So you're gonna have to get a creeper head for this one. And there you go, creeper. Pretty cool. Like I said, it's pretty good in a distance, but just for now, it's just you can't really see it unless you were to do this. Okay, firework rocket. And little blue sphere. And it twinkles. And it's light blue. We're good with that. Now, let's see what else can I do. What else can I do? Again, I suck with redstone, so I'm going to have a friend of mine tell me and teach me how to use redstone. So I'm going to try to use the beacon, but when I tried before, it didn't allow me to. Maybe I have to do it in survival, but all I know is that you're going to have to kill the wither to get some nether stars, and that's how you create your beacons with 5 glass blocks, as well as the nether star, and 3 obsidian blocks. Now let's see. I think I have it in my inventory. Oh wait, I have it in a chest. So let's go ahead and check out the other items. That you got your name tag, which it didn't work for me. Maybe I need to go on to survival mode for that. Nether star, beacons. You got your hoppers right here. You got your daylight sensor, which activates the redstone mechanics. Minecart with a TNT. Pressure plates, light and heavy. You got your horse armor. You got your trap chest over there. You got a minecart with a hopper. And all the other stuff. Hay bale, self-explanatory. Craft 9 wheat into a hay bale. I guess that's how you feed the horses and make decorations as well. But that is all I could really show. That's all I could really say for now. I'm just gonna try to actually explain everything with a friend of mine who knows how to do some redstone mechanics. But until then, let's see. That's all I got for now. Let's see what I can do with this. Now with the beacon, please let it work this time. Just let it work with this. Let's work. Okay, so with the beacon, it could actually show up a light. Then you could actually activate the interface that will show you the primary power and as well as the secondary power, or you want to have a secondary primary power, you can do so as well. That you're going to have to use emeralds, diamonds, the gold blocks, and as well as the iron bars. Sorry, these are bars, not blocks. So we got ourselves speed, which makes you faster, haste, which makes you mine faster, jump boost, which makes you jump farther or jump higher. I'm not too sure if that's which one it is, but I guess it's pretty much relatively the same. Resistance makes you a little bit more durable against enemies, and then of course strength, that makes you stronger against enemies, and then if you're in the area, it'll regenerate your health faster. So if with Operation Bedrock, it would be very useful, but since we don't have any wither, or the fact that we don't have any emeralds, that's going to be a thing that's not going to be good with us. So I don't know how this works. I actually placed a block here, but it just didn't want to do anything. It just didn't want to do anything. It just says check already. So again, I think it's because I'm in creative mode, so I can't really do much with that, as well as with the name tags, so I'm going to have to go survival mode for that. But until then, I'm going to try to work with the hoppers, and let's see if I can actually work with them. Okay, so I think I actually know how the hopper works just a tad bit, or if not, then they have to do a little bit of some tweaking to make it idiot proof, because I'm such an idiot that I don't know how to use hoppers, that from what I can tell is that you need to have the hoppers actually connected to the chest. That it really helps if you actually have a block right next to it. So if I were to put a block here, then put a hopper right there, and see that's connected, destroy that, it's still hanging out there, trying to connect to something, and then I could just place down a chest, and if I were to drop, like an emerald on top of it, it'll actually go into the chest itself. So that is my tip to you guys of how to actually use the hopper, just to make sure that it works. But other than that, I cannot make it to where it's hovering on top of the chest and actually going down. Let me go ahead and try to do so, because it just doesn't want to work with me. So let me go ahead and sneak mode with this one. Place a hopper. See, it just goes to the side. If you were to place down a chest and destroy that, it will not do a thing. It just doesn't want to work like that. So if I were to put a little hopper right there, it just doesn't show that's connecting to anything, that is actually connecting down. So let's see if it'll actually work with this. Just place it down right there, and then place a little bit of a gold bar on top. Let's see if this will work. And yes, it does. Again, it's so weird like that. So I guess that's how it's gonna work until they do some tweaking, but that's just one way to deal with this. So there you go. Have it like that, but I just cannot put it on top of the chest, because if you try to do it on top of the chest, of course, it's just not going to allow you to do it. It's just going to have it open. So it's kind of weird like that. Just place it under a block and then just have a chest right underneath it. A little bit of troublesome, but it's okay, because we finally got hoppers, and just you got to work around with it. Unless you guys could give me any tips of how to actually place down hoppers the first time correctly. And if not, then I guess that I'm gonna have to deal with it until they make it idiot proof for me and everybody else who cannot do it. It's just a little bit of a hassle, but it's fine. What's up, horse? Kind of a cool little look right there. Okay, so that is it for the hoppers. Just what you can do with it is that you can make some farms. You can just dump stuff into it. I don't think it's connected to anything, so if it's not connected to anything, then it's going to be its own little chest right here that could hold up to five stacks. So it's pretty cool. And the thing is that if it's full, then it's just going to bounce around. And why is the Pomeranian barking in the background? I do not know. So I'll get back to you guys. Then of course you got your light and your heavy plate, which simply all you have to do is just place items on top of it, and then it'll activate the pressure plate, which it gives a little bit of a strong signal. But as far as I can tell, one says that the more items that are on top of it, the better the charge, but it just doesn't seem like that, honestly. Maybe I don't know how this works, but it's just in the description. It just says that the charge will be stronger if more items are on the plate. Requires more weight than a light plate, but yet I'm using the same item, which activates both of them. So I guess that I just don't know. 1 and 1. I guess they're equal. It's just weird like that, isn't it? You'd think that you have to put more items on this one to make it light up, but I guess it just doesn't want to work like that. But that is it. It's just, I know that there's the TNT, which you could activate it, so it's going to be a little bit dangerous, but let's see if I can actually do it correctly. Okay, so we got a minecart with a TNT and a minecart with a hopper. So with the hopper, it'll be able to pick up some items on the trail if you want to do that, or travel one place to another, collecting whatever mob items or anything that happens to be on the track at the time. But with the TNT, you have an activator rail, which will actually activate the TNT or the hopper just for it to be either enabled or disabled. So let's see if this will work. Hopefully it does, otherwise then I'll just be looking like an idiot again. Okay, so it does work, and it's gonna blow that up. What a great way to make a trap. Oh heck, that's pretty cool. It actually protects the rails. It didn't actually blow that up. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. You can make a lot of traps like that and not have to worry about replacing it all over again. Let me do that again. Just sadly that the redstone torch has to be placed down again, but that's fine. I want to do that again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. Push this down and push it across. Let it blow up. And yeah. That's pretty cool. At least we know that the railroad is safe, except for anything else that has happened to actually come across there. Yeah. That's bad. But you get used to it. If you know how to do it correctly, then by all means, just place everything with obsidian, then you don't have to worry about actually replacing anything else. But that's actually kind of cool. What kind of minigames can you actually do with this? Just create one, and hopefully that I'll actually get around to seeing that. Just let's see how well that goes. Now I'm going to place down some dirt right there, and then I'm going to place down a minecart with a hopper, push that across, and let it pick up all the items. There you go. Clean sweep. Then you go over here and look at it, and then you're able to pick it up. So that's what I could show for now. So what I gotta do is that I'm gonna have a friend to actually explain more of the redstone mechanics, and then I'm gonna try to get get to the wither and the skeletons from there and try to kill them, look for a witch hut and all that good stuff. But I'm going to try my best to get everything covered from this TU19 update. One thing I'm going to try to do right now is try to activate the beacon, as well as try to use up the name tags. So that's the last thing I'm going to do for this video. Now it's time to look at the beacons. I did a little bit of research, so at least I won't look like an idiot for the rest of the video, although I'm going to make a lot of mistakes here and there, because come on, I make a lot of mistakes. So what you need to do is that you're going to have a lot of diamond blocks, or you have your gold blocks and whatever you want to use, but diamond blocks is very costly just for a beacon. If you really want to go with that, then you have different tiers. You have your 3x3, you have 4x4, 5x5, and 6x6. So I'm gonna go ahead and create all of them, and let's see how fast I can do this with the magic of editing. So there we have the first beacon. Do I have enough to actually create the other beacons? I would say no, but you could easily do a 3x3 and it'll still work. So if you really want to go with that, you could do so. There you go. If you really want to do that, if you really want to go complex, you can do that. But just for the purpose of this video and purpose of time, I'm just going to shorten it down. That we have the primary powers and you got the secondary powers. So if I were to choose haste, and just place a diamond right here, let's go with that, then we could change it to haste. So it's all good. And now that we have haste, it's going to allow me to mine a little bit quicker if I'm not mistaken. But it doesn't really matter. Oh, look at that. Look how fast I'm hitting this block. Okay, so that's going to be pretty useful, but let's see how far it actually goes. Just go over here, go all the way down over here. Too bad I'm not on creative mode, otherwise this would be easier. So, okay, I'm still getting regenerated. Go over here. Am I still getting regenerated? And nope. Get a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Nope. A little bit closer. Nope. 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 Just doesn't, okay, there we go. Just doesn't have a great distance if you think about it. Let me see. Going all the way over here. I'm pretty sure that the wiki would have already told me how far it actually goes, but I'm an idiot. What can I say? So, a good 30 blocks away. Not really practical, but it's kind of useful if you want to do parkour and whatnot, especially if you're going to do it in creative mode and create everything like that. That's where it's going to be useful. But for now, that's what it is. This is what a beacon. It looks pretty cool. Just looks nice. Now, on to the name tags. With the name tags, of course, you're going to have to find the name tags within a dungeon. You're able to trade villagers for the name tags, or you could actually randomly fish it out of the water. That's what the wiki told me. I'm not too sure if it actually applies to the console, but it should, because that will be easier for all of us. So what you're going to need is that you're going to need an anvil, and then you can place a name tag right there. And let's go over here. Name tag. What do you want to rename it? And wait. Why is it? Okay. Let's try Sparky. Okay. Oh, of course it would cost levels. Ah. Really? Really? Why would it cost levels just to change the name tag? Oh, snap. Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some bottles of enchanting. In fact, why don't I just stay on creative mode for this one? It'd be easier on all of us. I'm such an idiot, but I'm still learning everything. So, oh wait, gotta go over here. Name tag. At least I got a chat pad, which makes everything a little bit faster for me. If I didn't have to backspace the name tag aspect. So we got Sparky. Okay, so let me go ahead and name one of these doggies Sparky. Here you go. Wait. Oh, really? You're not gonna work with me this time? Oh my god, why do I have to jump through all these hoops just to... Okay. So your name is Sparky, but I cannot name my... Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I take that back. So, it does work. It's just really hard to see. Just, if you look up, you can't see it, but if you look down, you can see it. That needs to be fixed. I'm just saying, that really needs to be fixed. It's a little distance thing. Maybe it's because of the memory of some sort. I don't know. But I guess it does work. Alright. So let me see if the little the Easter eggs will actually work on this, because one of them is Dinnerbone and the other one is Jeb. We're just want to make sure to spell it correctly. Of course, you could name a rabbit Toast, but sadly we don't have any rabbits right now. So let me go ahead and get Dinnerbone. Gotta backspace everything. So Dinnerbone, or Grum if you want to go with that. So this is gonna be Dinnerbone, and then the other one is gonna be Jeb with an underscore. Oh heck, I could change all of them name tags, but I really don't want to do that. Just one at a time, please. So we got Jeb. Is that one underscore or two? Okay, looks like it's just one. Hopefully it's one. It'd be awkward. Okay. And take that back. There we go. There's Jeb. And now we got Dinnerbone and Jeb. Let's see if this will actually work. Yep. We have everyone's upside down. There you go. You can even change the name of a person that's already been there. Okay. Follow me, doggy. If... Oh, I'm so cruel. That is so funny. It even works. It works, everybody. It works. Okay, now, where is sheep? There's a sheep. And Jeb. Really? You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Dinnerbone works, but Jeb doesn't. Okay. So, that's the thing, guys. It just don't want to work. Only one works, the other one doesn't. 4J, patch update, please. We want to see the colorfulness of a sheep. Oh well, at least we got Dinnerbone. Oh god, that's so weird. I'm so sorry, Wolfie. You don't deserve that. Okay, so that's all I got for now. Again, I gotta do a different video for the redstone mechanics, and as well as I gotta do a different video for the witch huts and the nethers, as well as with the wither and the wither skeletons, whatever you want to call it. I gotta do all of that. There's a lot of things I still gotta cover for this update. So until then, have a great day, everyone. I'm SortaKing090, and as always, I will see you in the next video.